Zach Calzada, Missouri's defense. Let's get into it. We're going to talk about what Calzada needs to do against this Missouri defense, and the Missouri defense is to be blunt, is the worst defense in the SEC statistically speaking. They're dead last in total defense. They are dead last in rushing defense, giving up 280-something yards per game on the ground, and they are middle of the pack from passing defense. That's their best part of their defense is their passing defense, but teams haven't needed to pass the ball on them to have success because they've had so much success running the ball. So we're going to look at some clips of Missouri's defense so you can kind of get an idea of what you're going against. You're going to see some poor tackling. You're going to see some kind of poor, undisciplined eyes with Missouri's defenders, and then you're going to see some kind of this bad kind of gap assignment. So losing gap integrity, if you want to get kind of football fancy terms with it. So what does Calzada need to do against that? Well, I think that the running game is going to get going. And again, I could be completely wrong. Missouri could change their whole defense and be solid this game. But as of kind of what we've seen in the past, A&M's run game, I think it's safe to assume they're going to have some success running the ball. So if you're the A&M quarterback, if you're Calzada, you don't need to do what you did against Alabama. I think you complete some passes off of play action, get some bootlegs going on, and then get some quick screens going, get the ball quickly to guys in space because of Missouri's poor tackling. I think A&M's playmakers, whether it's the receivers or running backs in the backfield, will be able to make plays. So again, it's somewhat simple. I don't think he needs to do what he did against A&M or Alabama. That doesn't mean he can't do that, right? It's just I don't think that the scheme this week against Missouri's defense calls for that. I think you're going to get the run game going, get the ball out quick, and let them make plays in space. So let's go look at this Missouri defense first and look at a few clips that we think Calzada can do against the Missouri defense at the very end as well. And like always, if you like any quarterback content, just consider subscribing to the channel. We put out quarterback content throughout the week, specifically breakdowns kind of like this. Let's look at Missouri's defense first. So here's kind of a base look for Missouri, and they got 6 in the box, 2 high safety, and then we got the corners out here. And the thing you'll see with Missouri is this is a run play, so no, it doesn't relate to Calzada exactly, but there's some pass plays from these type of run plays we can have. But it is the poor tackling that you see Missouri do. So I'm going to show a few examples of Missouri, and this is poor tackling that we're going to see on this run play here. So again, 6 in the box, they bring a 7th one missed tackle, 2 missed tackles, and then break up field for more, 3, 4. So just kind of poor tackling there. So I think as far as it relates to Calzada, getting the ball out quick, I think obviously the run game is going to get going. I think it's safe to say, but getting the ball out quick to your running backs out of the backfield, to your receivers over the middle of the field, and letting them do the damage as opposed to you having to do all the damage itself. So let's watch a few more clips of Missouri's defense. And again, I'm not here hating on Missouri's defense. It just kind of is what it is right now. So here we got a run play for Tennessee, and another example of just the tackling that we just referenced to. And the previous clip against Boston College, again, just not a very good example of how to tackle. We got 7 in the box, right? So 7 in the box, and then 4 DBs, 1 up top safety. In this situation, we're going to see, again, this is an example of gap assignment too. Look how big this gap is right here. Great job blocking up front, but still, we're here. Mixed guy miss. Whoop! Not great tackling. Able to get him downfield eventually. So again, just an example of as far as it relates to the passing game, get the ball quick to your guys and get them in the open field. And you trust if you're an A&M fan, if you're an A&M player, you trust that you're able to make a guy miss in the open field. So last example of poor tackling from Missouri's defense, and this is going to lead to our next topic of Missouri's defense, and that's kind of gap assignment and undisciplined eyes. So we're going to see all that on this play. It's going to be a screen pass here for a touchdown. So we'll see Hooker throws, boom, comes up, missed tackle, another missed tackle, get upfield, and then he goes in for a touchdown, right? Bad angle here, running that way as opposed to cutting him off. So some missed tackles there, as well as this undisciplined eyes that we saw in the beginning of the clip there. So again, last clip will show as far as the poor tackling goes, but I think quick plays like what we just saw is definitely going to be there for the Aggies. So another run play here from Boston College. This time we see Missouri stacking the box here, right? We got 8 receivers, 3 DBs here. So there's going to be opportunities for quick passes that we talked about, correct? But another thing, if you watch their line, even their backers, the gap assignment's not great here. The running back doesn't get touched until he's way, 10, 15 yards downfield. So we'll watch here. We're going to look at gap assignment. So look, we're backers filling here, right? So that's an easy read for the running back. Gets upfield. No one's touched him yet. Still no one's touched him. So 15, 20 yards downfield till he gets touched. So we just saw some kind of poor tackling and then some kind of gap assignment issues there. And so I do think there'll be some potential abilities for some bootlegs from easy passes, some quick fakes to the running back for some easy passes. Because I do think it'll be, I think Missouri's defense is going to be out of position by A&M's run game. So here's a touchdown from Boston College. It's going to be a fake play action here, and they go around and throw a touchdown to the side. So I think plays like this will be here for Calzada and the A&M offense. It's goal line situation, or not goal line. They're 6-7 yard line. So regardless of they're pushing the goal line, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's count them: 5, 6, 7, 8 guys in the box here, right? So you got 8 guys on the box, and even when they loaded the box, they still had trouble stopping the run. But watch the over pursuit angle and the gap assignments, and just kind of the, I don't know if undisciplined is the right word, just like undisciplined eyes. Let's go ahead and watch this because there's no pressure here, right? Boom! Look, everyone's here. Everyone's going towards there. Eyes. Quarterback's able to sit back. By the time they recognize it's a pass, it's too late. Touchdown there. So again, I do think that you'll be able to get DNs and linebackers out of the way to help open up some of the passing game if you are Calzada. So here's a 3rd and 8 for Boston College. We're going to see a conversion here. Mizzou's got 7 in the box, so 7 in the box on passing down. So already advantage to the offense as far as passing goes. And Missouri's defense, like we talked, at the beginning of the video, on 3rd downs is I don't know where they rank compared to everyone else, but it's got to be towards the bottom because they're giving up 50%, more than 50% on 3rd downs are converted to be first downs for the other team. Out of the 80 whatever snaps they've had on 3rd down, the opposing teams are converting more than 40, have converted more than 40 times. So here's just an example of that. We're going to see 7 in the box. Missouri brings 4, delayed blitz for their 5th guy. Quarterback can stand in the pocket, stands up, and able to deliver pass to a pretty open receiver downfield for a big first down. So just an example of the 3rd down defense there. And if A&M does find themselves in 3rd and 8, it's pretty much a 50-50 chance to convert. So here's a bootleg from Calzada, and you see him he'll roll out this way. It makes a really tough throw to the receiver coming back towards the sideline and come back to the ball. So I think some bootlegs, some plays off of the run game are ways to for Calzada to kind of get involved in the game against Missouri. Again, from what we've seen in the past, I can't imagine the run game not being successful against Missouri. But Calzada completing some balls like this just to keep the defense honest. That's a really good throw. Yeah, so just bootlegs off the run game, get him outside a little bit. Good way to get him comfortable as well early in the game. So here's another pass play based off the run game. We have receiver coming in motion. Quick fake here, and we're going to see the tight end get behind the DBs here. So it gets another example of kind of an easier throw for Calzada, and I think this could be here against Missouri as well, especially with the run game, right? I know I won't beat a dead horse, but these type of throws I think will be there. Good anticipation throw as well. That was something we saw in the Bama game, not to get a tangent. Just Calzada's increased and improved anticipation throwing. So I would expect and hope to see more of that continued in the Mizzou game, but good example of kind of what I think will be there against Mizzou, some more passes off the run game. So again, last example that will show of a pass off of a potential run play. Quick fake here. This is a touchdown from Calzada to the back of the end zone right here. And we see all the linebackers cave in on here, right? So again, this is another example of what we'll probably see against Missouri, or all that we really need to do, I think, against Missouri. And maybe I'm taking Missouri too lightly a bit. Offensively, they can put up a fight, but I just think defensively what we've seen so far, just have been pretty poor. Wide open touchdown right there. So again, just another example of something that I think will be there against Missouri. So here's a 3rd and 8. That Calzada converts against Alabama. We're going to see just a deep slant right here. Good ball by Calzada. And I wanted to show this because Missouri's defense is atrocious on 3rd downs. I don't want to be rude or overly critical, but they've given up over 50% 3rd down conversions. I believe that out of the 80 3rd downs that they've had, Missouri's defense, they've given up over 41, if I remember correctly. So, again, being able to convert on 3rd down should be there. I don't know if they'll be in this long of 3rd downs, 3rd and 8s, but if you are, I still think you're 50-50 to convert, which is a great statistic or great number on third down. So good ball there. Just an example of converting on third down, something you should be able to do against Missouri's defense. So again, I know it seems simple, but I think the run game is going to get going against Missouri, and I think you can have some success passing the ball whenever you need to, from bootlegs, quick play actions, get the ball to your guys in space. For the simple fact, Missouri's defense has not shown that they are able to tackle very well. And again, I could be completely wrong. Missouri's defense could come out and play a lot better. And just because I'm negative on Missouri's defense right now doesn't mean I don't think it's going to be a close game. I still think it can be a pretty close game, even if the Aggies have a lot of success running the ball. I just think from a quarterback standpoint, you don't need to do too much. Just kind of do what we talked about in the video. At least that's what our 2 cents are. That's our opinion. And don't turn the ball over. And I think the run game should have some success against Missouri's defense. But I want to hear from you. What do you think Calzada needs to do? Did I miss anything? Am I being over too simplistic, if that's even a word? Let me know in the comments below. We'll see you next time on the next quarterback-related video.